Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our NFL Week 3 preview between the San Diego Chargers and the Tennessee Titans. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Chargers.
The Chargers' offense has been impressive so far this season, and they're doing it by being multiple in their scheme, and Phillip Rivers has been protecting the football and avoiding the big mistakes. The focus of this week versus the Titans will be the offensive line, as Tennessee shows various games and stunts up front, so the Chargers will have their hands full blocking this week versus the Titans. Defensively, the Titans always have the potential for the big play in the running game, and while San Diego does a great job of being aggressive, it can be a good thing, but that over-aggressive play tends to get them out of position, and you can't have that happen this week versus Chris Johnson. And once again, in the secondary, they are not being disciplined in their assignments. They're peaking in the backfield, and that's what's causing them to get gas deep down the field, which is why they're in a lot of shootouts. Now for the Titans in this ball game, offensively, Tennessee's quarterback Jake Locker hasn't thrown an interception so far, but it's that overthinking about the quote-unquote not turning the ball over is causing him to take sacks, and the passing game needs to excel to ease some of that pressure off the ground game. That's what's hindering the Titans right now, both offensively and as a whole. Now on defense, I love the way they're playing. They're playing with a level of intensity and effort that pays off in sacks and turnovers, and you have to give credit to defensive coordinator Jerry Gray, who's done an outstanding job so far in this early part of the season, and that's why the Titans are in and will be in every ball game this year.
The San Diego Chargers can create a big play opportunity for Eddie Royal versus the Tennessee Titans this week because of the over-aggressiveness of the corners of the Titans. I'm going to show you how they can create a big play deep down the field by sending Eddie Royal on an out and up or a bench route, as we like to call it. So you're going to have your outside receivers running 12-yard hook routes to try to draw those corners and safeties in. We're going to have the tight end check protection first. Then he's going to run a 6-yard arrow route. Phillip Rivers play fakes to the running back, sets up here and settles down. This is your built-in hot read in case things get a little hot under the collar with the pressure. We're going to bring Eddie Royal in motion, and once he gets to the outside leg of the snap the ball, shoots to the out, influencing the corner to make a choice. Either he's going to ride underneath this hook route or he's going to fly underneath this quick out, and you send him up the field, and that's where you want to go with the football. So simplistic approach, but here's where you want to create the opportunity. This is where the rub will begin to take place. Either the cornerback or the safety will fall victim to the rub route, or a pick route as the defenders like to call it. But it's a way for the Chargers to get their best playmaker on offense, their more explosive playmaker, which is Eddie Royal, deep down the field in a big play in the passing game. Jake Locker so far this season has done a fine job throwing the football, and I think there's a potential for big plays in the passing game this week versus San Diego. And I'm going to show you how they can do it with a built-in hot read so he can make the quick pass, but the potential for the deep pass. Here's what we have drawn up. The double tight set is a staple for the Tennessee Titans. They love this set with twins to the right side. That draws coverage. Now this is versus cover 3. So you have your deep third. Safety is probably going to drop this way toward where the numbers are 1, 2, 3. So he's going to drop that way. You have your flat coverage, and you also have your deep third. Now, what we want to do is create an opportunity where we want the cornerbacks to jump routes. We want them to guess, and when they guess, they're going to guess wrong. And here's your built-in hot read. We're going to have the tight end sit right in front of Jake Locker. So at his third step, if he doesn't see the guys clearing open, this is your read. That's where your read takes you, 3 to 5 yards. Get that out the way quickly. You can walk up and down the field doing that play right here. We're going to have the tight end on the backside work his way up and push to the inside of the cornerback, hopefully trying to draw the free safety either way. Because what we're doing here, we have the inside slot guy running a streak, hopefully to clear out space as well for the free safety. You see where we create a 2-on-1 opportunity. The cornerback is on the tight end. If this is a mismatch, if this is Delaney Walker, you say this is a mismatch, hit him right now. So now we also have the free safety going over top this streak that's running. And what we have here, we have the receiver running in and a hitch. Initially, what's going to happen, the cornerback's probably going to guess, try to jump this route, and now he turns it up and goes deep. So at your third step, you're reading your quick reads. You take a quick look to see what's going on outside. If this guy doesn't fall for the hitch, then you hit this guy right here. If he falls for the hitch, you take that 5th step, and then you hit that big play deep down the field. So that's how Jake Locker can go through his reads as he's dropping back. The 3rd step, quick pass. 5th step, deep pass. And that's how the Titans can have some success this week versus the Chargers.
Now here are some coaching points for both teams in this ball game. For San Diego, you want to keep your safeties in the picture. Unless Tennessee starts to threaten deep down the field, which they probably won't, you can keep your safeties closer to the line of scrimmage to slow down the running game. And Danny Woodhead is a guy I think needs to get more carries in this offense. I think he would be the missing piece to an explosive running game. Got to find ways to get him the football. And you must win this ball game in all three phases. You cannot allow Tennessee to hang around or win one of the three. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself on the losing end of the scoreboard. Now for Tennessee, you want to play the run on the way to the quarterback. I still don't believe the Chargers want to run the football. Running the football is about attitude. You can dictate pace of the game by getting pressure on Phillip Rivers and putting him on the turf. And you always want to locate Eddie Royal, who's their X factor. He's a guy that's a big play waiting to happen. Find where he's at on the football field and in the formation. You can effectively game plan to take him away. You have to make the passing game work, not because you want Locker to start throwing the football downfield, but because it opens up the running game, and that's when the Titans will be that much more dangerous moving forward. The X factor in this game for San Diego will be Eric Weddle and how well he can do versus the passing game. I'm pretty sure the Titans will take shots deep down the field off of play action. He can't get caught looking in the backfield. He can't get over aggressive in trying to help out and run support. The X factor for the Titans will be their defensive line. That's been one of the bright spots of this football team. Their defense as a whole has been impressive, but their defensive line is doing a great job clogging the running lanes and also getting pressure. I think if they can slow down what the Chargers want to do throwing the football, it gives them an excellent chance to win this ball game. The Chargers in this ball game, and it has nothing to do with Tennessee's defense, as I think they will get some stops and get these guys off the field, but more so about the Titans offense. I think eventually the Chargers will be able to move the football and put the ball in the end zone. I can't say the same about Tennessee's offense with consistency, so I like the Chargers to win this ball game on the road. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Charger fan forums and Titan fan forums for always showing football game plan support.